wow, this is actually a nice looking bed. Why couldn't I see this bed before? Oh, these are the, this bed is mine mod, and there we go. That's the bed I was looking for. Although, I do kind of want to see what that magazine is before I do anything else, because I installed this mod with the understanding it was a bit dodgy. Oh, okay, it's just that. It's the magazine from the game. But essentially, I just wanted a fancy-ass bed, and this is the best one I found. Admittedly, it does come with, it comes with unnecessary accessories. Ones which I would prefer to remove, but evidently my character is into some slightly kinkier stuff than I am. So they're staying because I can't remove them. I probably could actually if I, sat around in what isn't the creation kit but essentially is the current creation kit, and I could probably figure out how to remove them. Considering I learned how to use Unreal Engine, I'm pretty sure I could probably learn how to use whatever the fuck that is. I'm pretty sure I have actually looked at the thing before, and I don't think it was that bad, but I don't know. I'm not massive into the coding side of games development, modding and stuff. That's why I prefer waiting for the creation kit to do mods myself, because they make it so much easier. You essentially, there is a sort of degree of coding to it anyway, but there's a lot less coding involved with something like the creation kit, which is, it's mainly sort of object manipulation at most, and changing I forgot what it is, like the it's not like the things that are assigned to it, the properties. There we go, the properties of an object essentially are what all you're changing with the creation kit. But by doing that, you can essentially create your own unique companions and add them to the world and stuff, and create new objects. And you can actually mess around with models and stuff, at least with the previous ones, to essentially create stuff that you want in the game, which is quite nice, and sort of looking forward for the creation kit coming out, which I've said earlier. But I am looking forward to it coming out so I can actually finally start creating my own stuff again, because I do enjoy the creation side of things. That's why I could probably figure out how to remove the unwanted objects from that bed, because most likely they are custom added objects and thus separate from the initial object. I would assume, considering that's a magazine from in the game that's been added to it. So there is a chance I could probably remove them if I tried hard enough or could be bothered. Neither of which I'm going to do. So that entire conversation was pointless, but you get the point. Or at least I hope you do. But I'm trying to work out a sort of end bed table bit thing. That makes some sense in a world, maybe? I think that's the best we're going to get, in all honesty. This really is the best we're going to get, because I don't think you can get anything else remotely close to that. Yeah, I'm going to be honest, kind of disappointed in that. I wanted something different. That's what I got, so that's what I got. So, there we go. And I'm going to put these aside. His and hers, I suppose, would be the correct term. One for either side of the bed, essentially, is what I'm saying. Just in case that was lost in some sort of translation. From my stupid to whoever the fuck is watching this. I know there's something else. Oh, there's a gun under the pillow. Oh, okay. That's nice. I wondered what that was for a second. I'm kind of relieved it's a gun. Gonna be honest. There are many other things that would have been much worse. Many things. So kind of happy it is a gun. Now I need to find more tables, which is an issue. I need to find more tables. That is a very nice table, although it is not the table that I want. I would like a wooden desk, which is, I believe, no, that's a bed. Brain. That is a bed, not a table. The game has frozen again. I'm just going to press F9 and save here, just in case something dreadfully wrong happens. Okay. Piper's blabbering on about being able to find anything. Nothing shall stay hidden from the Piper. Yeah, I'm sat here waiting for this to load again. The reason it's probably getting slower is because I'm saving stuff to my hard drive and saving the game to the hard drive, so the hard drive is doing many things at the same time and then being like, how do I load this thing you asked me to do? So, I apologise, hard drive. And I apologise to you watching. That's stereo. That's cool. I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty fucking cool. I mean, it sort of fits with the style of the room as well, because I've got those sort of... Oh yeah, you have to place it in the white, and then you can move it backwards. Oh, it's a really old-fashioned one. It has the, I forgot what they're called, but the sort of bulb-looking things at the back there. That's just cool. That's just cool. I don't care what you guys say, that's just cool. But yeah, it's got the same sort of style as those, so it sort of fits in with the room. So yeah, no, that's kind of nice. It's not what I was looking for, but it works in the room and it looks quite nice, so I don't care. I would quite like to do that with it, put it inside that, and I'm pretty sure I could do that, actually. That's really odd when it spins around that closely. And I'll place it down at a weird angle, so it's going to all look weird. Yeah, I'm going to place it inside the table, and then it's sort of on the end of the bed. And there you go. Voila. There you go. Sub the creation kit. Custom table. Now, if I was going to do this in creation kit, I would literally cut off everything but that top section like that and make that on the top, and remove all of that crap below it. Which would take a little more effort than it does sound as though it would if the creation kit is at all similar to how it used to be. Which was interesting. It worked for the most part, I think is an accurate description. It worked as long as you didn't try and do certain things with it, and then it would just sort of throw a temper tantrum at you. But that's just how computers are, for the most part. I'm honest. Most of them do occasionally just sort of throw a temper tantrum. But they have a lot of work to do. I mean, you can't blame them. You know, every so often a computer having a meltdown. Not literally, hopefully, because that would be bad. But every so often I can understand a computer having a meltdown. Which is a really odd sentence to say, but I can understand. You know, a lot of the time I feel like I'm ranting and then just forget what I was originally talking about, and I'm just ranting about some random crap. But I hope it's somewhat entertaining, me going slowly insane and you guys watching me build a house in a video game. Because I'm actually quite enjoying this. The bed is a bit excessive, I agree. I was going to put a dresser thing there, where I'm looking now, up against that wall. I just have to re-find things. Here we go, home. I'm pretty sure at some point when I reviewed this I was like, oh, it's easy to understand and a much better layout than the original. It is. It's still bloody confusing. It really is. Especially when you sort of fly into the menu, it's like, oh, there's tables there, that's where the tables are, and you go into a different part and there's a whole new section of tables. You're like, well, why aren't these with the rest of the tables? And then you forget where the original tables are, and you just remember where the second set of tables are, which don't have the table that you want in them. It's an issue. Can you stop standing so bloody close to me? Like, Jesus Christ. Admittedly, the installation of doors has beaten Sean. See, he's just given up and then put his head back through the window or the wall again. I saw you try that, Sean. I saw it. I just realised this room doesn't have a window like the other one. I feel like maybe there. Maybe here. No, that'll be on the front of the house. The other one was on the back of the house. I think this would be on the front of the house. I am right, this is the front of the house. Yeah, because the stairs go... Yeah. I just remember the whole layout of the house in my head is just... It's there. I know where everything is. And so there shall be a window in the bathroom. Which is a bit weird. But in all honesty... someone's going to have to go to a great deal of effort to be able to see up to here. I mean, they're going to need some, like, binoculars and shit to actually see up here to the bathroom. Also, I need to get a depth of field mod, and I found one, but it requires, I think, manual installation, which I can do, I'm not an idiot. But I don't necessarily want to, because you have the sort of safety net of the Nexus Mod Manager is that you can just double tap and it's gone, and you don't have to worry about the mod anymore. You can't really do that if you install manually. You have to delete all the files, which means you have to remember what all of the files are, or go and re-find the mod folder, and yeah, it's a bit of a pain in the backside. Which I'd prefer to avoid if possible. You know, I would prefer to be able to just double click a mod and it be gone, and I never have to deal with it again if it's causing issues. Which you do quite a lot, because a lot of mods come out that are better than another mod and then you have to replace them, which is sort of why Mods Monthly is a thing and why certain things might reappear on Mods Monthly, because you do have to keep sometimes changing mods to actually keep going and getting the next better thing, because you have to uninstall the previous one, which is now causing an issue because obviously it's not the newest one and it conflicts because it changes similar files. Which is why I don't have one of the mods that I reviewed in, I think, the very first Mods Monthly, where I talked about, I think it was, so you could wear armor under armor or something? And there was another mod that came out which did the same thing, but allowed you to do other stuff as well, so I had to replace it with that one. I'm not entirely sure what the mod was, and I'd have to go and re-find it again to tell you. So unless there's a prompt on the screen telling you, I haven't bothered. Which I apologise, and I don't want to, you know, I don't mean to sound sort of, I don't know, obnoxious, I guess. But, I mean, I have 200 mods installed, it's kind of a pain to find any of them now. But my game looks good. That's the main thing. The game looks good. It's just now a pain to find anything. Unless I know exactly what the mod is called. I can generally find it, it's just being bothered to put the time and effort in to find it when I have other stuff to be doing. Because as much as I enjoy YouTube, it's not the only thing I have to do. I have, obviously, I have college work to do, and then sort of a social life. I say sort of because sometimes it seems like it's non-existent. Which is irritating, because I like going out and doing stuff, and I think everyone should to a point. I know not everyone does, but it's a lot of fun, I find, most of the time going out and doing stuff with people. Doing stuff is very vague and I should probably specify, but, you know, going and seeing a film or going out and getting a drink or whatever, it's, you know, it's usually fun, especially when you go out and do it with friends and stuff. It's, you know, just not everyone has the time to do it, and it's sort of managing everything else around everything creates issues, and therefore you don't have time to do everything else. Which is, you know, sort of the problem with, wow, he's really trying to get through that door. Yeah, it's sort of the problem with why I don't necessarily always upload super regularly. It's not entirely based around just social life, obviously, just, you know, life problems come up every so often, and then you have to deal with them. So, there are a lot of things that pop up every now and again that cause, issues, I guess. And, you know, that's just sort of life, I guess. But, goal is kind of a depressing outlook on things. It's not super depressing, actually. I've had worse. Yeah, I think this room is pretty much moving towards being done, and I'm stuck on a death claw and an invisible door. But, yeah, guys. I don't know, we might revisit this at some point, just to maybe add some more decoration. Obviously, there's the bathroom to do through there, but if I'm honest, if the Deathclaw will move, because he may not, I'll come downstairs and show you what a bathroom looks like. This is a bathroom. That one upstairs will not look much different than this one, it might have a bath. I'll probably have some screenshots at the end to show you guys anyway, so thank you for watching. And I think this is pretty much it for the Starlight Drive-In. I'm pretty happy with how everything's gone. I've happily ranted for like, I don't know, half an hour probably. And this room's turned out quite nicely in a weird way. So, thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. Whatever that may be, I have got plans to build something interesting in Red Rocket, so hopefully you guys tune in for another interesting, different build thing. Thank you guys for the support, because I'm getting plenty of that now, actually, which I didn't expect, so thank you guys to... Thank you to all the guys out there, and gals, that are sort of coming in and being like, oh, okay, this is pretty cool, and this idea is nice, and you should do this. Like, thank you, genuinely thank you for the support, and just recommending things to do, because I try to do everything you guys recommend. So, thank you guys. Hope to see you in the next video. Hopefully Shadowplay will be less shit next time. And I'll see you guys around.